It's like shocking.
Yeah,
oh,
it's cold.
Shocking. I am wet.
What's up everybody, my name is John Fleischman. Welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about how I filmed a music video in the rain, and I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks and everything that I learned along the way. So if you want to make your own music video in the rain, make sure you follow along here. I'll teach you how to do it. Music videos in the rain just hit different. It was that iconic emo look for all the bands that we loved growing up. In fact, I'm curious. What was your favorite emo or metal band that had a music video in the rain? Comment below and let's just experience a little bit of nostalgia here. But anyways, I've always wanted to film a music video like that, and I finally made it happen. The emo soul is very satisfied right now. And really, I thought it was gonna be a lot more difficult than what it was gonna be, but it's actually not as complicated as you think. But so here's the deal, when we create music videos, we are constantly solving problems. We're trying to film a video in the rain. All this water coming down from the sky, we can't get our gear wet. We can't get lighting wet. That's just not a thing. So when it's naturally raining outside, unless you have a bunch of tents up, it's probably not gonna happen, sorry. So what we're gonna need to do is create our own rain. So that way we can get it to fall into just one spot. I mean, think about it. If it was raining, naturally raining in just one little section, and you could just film from a safe space, that's exactly what you would need, right? So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do to make this happen. So the band and I went to the hardware store and got really, really long hoses and garden hose nozzles. And the idea is find a water source, plug the hose into it, and then shoot directly up with like the jet stream. So it's really strong, so it'll shoot really high up in the sky. And once it comes down, it's all in a very controlled area.
I'm so scared.
Dude, like, I'm telling you, the first time you feel it, it's pure panic.
It is, dude, it sucks.
So the idea behind the music video was to paint this picture, trying to hold on to the moments with the person that you once loved and realizing who the person finally is and struggling to let go. You go through some hard times, right? As emos do. We're always going through a hard time. So it's always raining, right? And I thought to myself, it would be so cool to rain in someone's house because it's always raining. You can't do that. You can't spray water in someone's house. You can't really make that happen. So what we did was we moved the living room outside and we took that hose, had it spray down, and that's the way we were able to make it work. And honestly, I think the results came out great, way better than I expected, to be honest with you. And especially when we shot everything in slow motion, where we have all the water coming down the face, and it just looked, just mwah, chef's kiss.
Wait, so watch
That's for him.
Watch the input jack.
Oh my god.
So we had our living room set outside, water hose shooting up and going down into our little living room space. Okay, so on the outside of it, we had lights set up outside of the radius of where the rain was falling. So that way all of our gear was safe, the lighting was good. The only thing that got wet, which was a little
sauce,
was the lights that we actually had next to the couch, because those were actually plugged in. Those are real light sources. That wasn't any VFX trickery here. It's nothing like that. That was real. And so I remember even going to touch the lampshade because it started to kind of wither away the material of it from being so wet, that when I touched it, I got a little shocked because, I mean, it's all wet. It's all getting wet, and it's all plugged in with a really, really long extension cable going out into a power strip that's powering these two lights. Everything else, we put lights on the outside of it. I put 2 panel lights shooting in to emulate the light of the lamp, so it was a little bit stronger than just the lights on set. So that way it would look a little bit more natural. Okay, so now that our lighting is outside of the radius, we have enough room to manipulate a camera. And that's when I pop on, go between like a 16 millimeter or 100 millimeter. That way, I could get that really, really wide shot if I want to, or what I could do is I can get really, really tight and up close without getting the camera damaged. Now, here's the tricky thing. There was a point on set when I knew I needed to get closer, but there was no way I could get closer without getting wet. How can I get this close without getting this thing wet? Oh. So what I ended up doing was bringing on some clear umbrellas that I had from shooting weddings to make sure that I would stay dry in case I needed to get closer. And that's exactly what we did. Whoever was available on set, I just gave them an umbrella and they stood really, really close to me as I maneuvered around the set and around my subject. And we just made it work that way. And water was crashing down like crazy, and I for a little bit I really thought that the camera was gonna get soaked, but they did a great job protecting me, and I'm so grateful for having extra hands on set that day, because if I didn't have that umbrella, my gear would have been soaked. But I think it was totally worth it. So yeah, that's how I made a music video in the rain, and it actually turned out to be one of my favorite videos I've made this year. And I love working with Boys of Fall. They're a freaking treat to work with. I've known those guys for years, and some of my favorite music videos I've ever made has been with those guys. So make sure you check out their music on Spotify. And so on this channel, I share my journey as a music video filmmaker and photographer and all the things I learned along the way. So if you are wanting to learn all the tips and tricks, inside scoops on how to make music videos, then this is the channel for you. I feel like there wasn't enough music video tips and tricks on emo or metal bands, so that's why I'm here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, smash that bell for alerts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.
I'm wet. More! A lot of middle fingers.
I got a beer.
Oh, it's like shocking.
Yeah, it's cold.
Shockingly cold. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck. Yeah. No. Alright. Oh, I'm not ready. Hold on.